If you're working at a private equity firm, you're being scammed, even though you're being paid $200,000 plus. And the McDonald's worker right next door may be getting a better deal than you are. And I'm going to explain in this video the 3 reasons why 99% of people working at private equity firms, at the entry level especially, are being ruthlessly scammed. So when it comes to it, so you look at somebody who is making $300,000, who is just the age of 21, working in New York, downtown Manhattan. You have to factor in rent costs. And after rent costs are gone, literally a third of the salary is gone, you have to factor in tax, and then you have to factor in the amount of hours that somebody is working. When you look at the fact that amount gets divided by the amount of money that you make, or rather the amount of money you make, the McDonald's employee or somebody working at Subway may actually be saving more money than you. And the leverage and the experience is the only thing that you're getting from that high finance job at a really prestigious firm. So you have to really ask yourself, is it really worth it? And so it actually can be worth it, but only if you make sure that you don't sacrifice your life for something that won't pay you dividends in the future. What I've seen in terms of people who raise capital, there are many ways to go about it. Some people focus on working and climbing the corporate ladder. That is something I don't know anything about because I myself have never done that. But the alternative route is simply to start your own private equity firm and investment bank or family office. And the people that use the experience of the large investment bank to do this and go over to their own private equity firm or to dominate a small private equity firm or a small investment bank, in my experience, that's usually the quickest way to become a centimillionaire based on some of the path of the business partners that I work with. So if you make sure you do that, leverage the experience at a really high finance firm, and instead of working 25 years to climb the corporate ladder and to have all of your power being dictated by one person who has the ability to fire you at a whim, rather than do that, why not just work for them for a few years, gain all the necessary, number 1, experience, number 2, the legal licenses and so on, and number 3, the network for you to be able to either start your own private equity firm where you can make 100% of the profits, work with a smaller private equity firm where you can have more control, equity, notoriety. Because as famed Tim Ferriss once said, it's better to be a small fish in a big pond when you're starting out than to be a big fish in a small pond. If you work with a private equity firm that doesn't even know your name, when you talk about senior management, like you're fighting a battle of high competition, and it depends on the type of person you want to be. But most people would find it really hard to be the top 1% of one specific skill in the world, rather than being the top 25% of 3 different skills in the world. So just choose your battles really wisely, and especially now as it's become really easy for people to start businesses online and to collaborate with people all across the world. Why limit yourself and be a slave to these corporates? So this has just been a food for thought video, and if you have any questions, if you disagree, if you agree, feel free to post it in the comments. And if you have other questions about private equity and creating and raising funds to buy real estate or to buy businesses, check the next video in the playlist. And if you have any questions or you're curious about working with my team to raise money and create your private equity firm, make sure you head to